All right, let's talk about science, but maybe not in the way you're used to thinking about it. Let's forget the textbooks and the lab coats for just a moment. We're going to explore science as a totally natural human adventure that all starts with one single powerful feeling.
I mean, think back for a second. Have you ever just looked up at a huge dark night sky and wondered? Or maybe watched a flower bloom and thought, how does it do that? Those aren't just random thoughts, you know. They are the actual spark of science.
It's really that simple. As human beings, we are just born curious. From the time we're little kids, we're exploring, touching things, asking why all the time. This built-in drive to figure out the world around us, well, that's the foundation for everything we're about to get into.
Okay, so let's dive into this world of wonder. We're going to see how that natural curiosity you have isn't just some passing feeling. It's the actual engine that drives all of science.
And here's the thing, this is absolutely key. It's not about having all the knowledge or the fanciest equipment. Nope, it's curiosity. That simple desire to just know why, that's what pushes us to explore everything, from the tiniest grain of sand to the most distant galaxy in the universe.
So if curiosity is the engine, what are we actually doing? I mean, what is science, really? Well, let's look at a perfect metaphor that kind of reframes the entire process.
I just love this way of thinking about it. Science isn't some dusty, finished book of facts. No way. It's a massive, ongoing puzzle. Every new discovery is just one more piece we've managed to click into place. And the best part? Every piece you place helps you see the shape of the next piece you need to find. It just leads to more questions and more to explore.
So what does this all mean? It means we kind of have to shift our whole perspective. Science is not about memorizing a bunch of facts and figures. It is a way of thinking, a way of observing. It's not a boring list of answers, it's a huge adventure to find answers. And it's not just some subject in school. It's literally everywhere all around you.
So if science is this giant puzzle, how do we solve it? Well, it turns out there's a simple, really logical toolkit that pretty much anyone can use to start tackling these mysteries.
This is the big question, isn't it? How do we go from just wondering about something to finding a real, reliable answer? The cool part is, the process is actually something you do every single day, probably without even realizing it.
Okay, let's make this super real. Imagine you're writing, and bam, your pen just stops working. You don't just stare at it and give up, right? Of course not. You instinctively kick off this little process of investigation. And that simple, everyday problem, it perfectly shows the scientific method in action. This breaks it down perfectly. First, you observe the problem. Your pen isn't working. Then, you wonder. You ask yourself, why did it stop? You make an educated guess. The ink is probably finished. Then you test that guess. You pop open the pen to check the ink. And finally, you analyze the result. If it's empty, great, problem solved. If it's not, you just make a new guess and start the process again. And there you have it. That logical, common sense process you just used to figure out your pen problem, that is the famous scientific method. See, it's not some crazy complicated formula that's only for people in white lab coats. It's just a natural, powerful way of solving problems. And this right here, this is the most important part of all. That toolkit we just walked through, you've been using it your whole life. And that leads to a pretty powerful conclusion about you.
This brings us to a simple, awesome truth. Being a scientist isn't about having a degree or a fancy title. It's a way of thinking. If you observe, you wonder, you guess, and you test, guess what? You are already working like a scientist.
Seriously, think about it. A cook in the kitchen wondering if there was too much water in the dal. A mechanic methodically searching for a tiny leak in a tire. An electrician checking the bulb, then the switch, then the wiring. They are all using the scientific method to solve real-world puzzles. They're everyday scientists.
Okay, so let's bring all this home. It's time to embrace that inner scientist that you might not have even known was there.
The amazing thing is, the adventure never has to end. The puzzle is infinite. I mean, whether it's in your own house, your backyard, or when you look up at the night sky, there are countless mysteries just waiting for a curious mind to show up and start asking questions.
And this is the perfect thought to leave you with. Don't just accept the world as it is. Ask why. Why does that happen? Why does this work the way it does? Because when you are constantly asking why, you're not just learning about the world, you're actually participating in the grand, unending adventure of science. So keep exploring.